Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening grain and livestock comments for the 27th day of April, or in the last week of April, guys. I did cover a lot of ground this weekend in both my weekly wrap and the weekly seminar. I sent those both out this weekend. If you're not getting them, go to robinsonagmarketing.com or send me an email. I will get you taken care of there. Overnight, July corn up 3 cents, 466 and a half last. It traded as high as 468 three quarters. That's a good recovery. We've bounced now from the April 10th low down at 448. A 20-cent bounce. Is there more in the tank? I sure do hope so. Um, the funds are still long corn, and they started to put a little bit more on last week after dumping a chunk here the 2 weeks before. So their selling took us from basically 487 down to 447. Basically, they took 40 cents away from us. Now we've clawed back a bit over half of that. And the number one driver is going to be weather, right? Is it too dry? Are we going to have any sort of issues? Right now, we have no planting delays. I'm sure today that we'll get a planting update today where the planters are rolling pretty well. We'll get that update today. Um, but again, a good recovery. And the second thing the grain market has going for it is the funds are long. So if the funds want to continue to support the grains, it'll be to the benefit of the farmer. July beans up 2.5 cents last night, 11.81 even. November beans hanging in there at 11.55, 11.60, settled 11.50 down a quarter. Chicago wheat up about a penny and a half. KC unchanged, but it did open higher last night. Both KC and Chicago wheat have had good recoveries. KC has obviously had the best 2 year highs and pulled back a little bit. So if I'm long wheat, I want to make sure that I'm taking advantage of the fact that we are uh, enjoying this rally. It doesn't make any sense. After the USDA report, we were sharply lower. So the fact that the market has shrugged that off, it's a blessing. Take advantage of it. Don't let it get away from you. And lastly, in the protein complex, we ended the week last week. Hogs were under a little bit of pressure. That's going to be interesting to see if that continues. Both the fat cattle and feeder cattle are dancing around key retracement levels after making new all-time highs recently. I would continue to imagine that as long as the funds want to own cattle, there'll be a supportive bid under there. The stock market, remember, is basically at all-time highs in the S&P 500. It's down a little bit here right now, but 7208, that continues to be the head scratcher, right? The S&P 500 is at all-time highs, made a new all-time high last night, 7208 half, despite all the garbage going on in the rest of the world. So if you're looking for help, robinsonagmarketing.com. Give me a call, 312-638-8868. We did have all our May options expire on Friday. If you need to replace your hedges, make sure that you reach out to me. I've reached out to as many of you as I possibly could. This is Chris. Have a great day. Thank you.